Hi, it's Michael Von Williams, the Sprinkler Man with Aquamatic Irrigation, 346-476-9065. And what you're looking at, or were looking at, was a valve for a commercial property. Now, usually those valves are going to be larger, and in this case, it definitely is. There was a leak underneath here. I have the water shut off right now so you don't see that leaking, but there's a leak there, and it just constantly waters because that's the inlet side of the valve. As you see here, it says flow. So the water flows in here, goes out through the valve into the yard. So because it's on the flow side, that means it's going to be constantly watering as long as that backflow device is on, which it is. So what I've done was I dug out all of this area so I could just see exactly how I could put it back together. And it's a good thing I did, because as you see, in between here is where the valve is. There's not too much room, so I don't really have room to cut it out here and just put it back in. So what I've decided to do is to cut at this spot, at that spot, and over here. And then I'll pull out this whole piece, and then I'll reconnect it. So what I'll do at that point is I'll have just a straight pipe coming back here. I'll shift all of this over, this part over. That way I'm not competing with this little small area here. So sometimes you have to be creative, and you might have to work a little bit harder, dig out more. That way you give yourself options as far as how you can put things back together. So it's going to be a lot of fun, but at least now I see how I can put this back together without trying to force it back in exactly the way it was. And that's one of the key things to remember, is that you don't have to put things back exactly the way they were underground, because what the customer wants and what the client wants is for the system to work. And so as long as it's working, they're happy. So now it's a matter of cutting this out, putting it back together without any leaks. The Sprinkler Man, Michael Von Williams, Aquamatic Irrigation, 346-476-9065. And take a listen to my podcast, the Do Your Best Until podcast. So if you're in the Houston, Sugar Land, Missouri City, Pearland areas, give me a call, 346-476-9065. Michael Von Williams, the Sprinkler Man.